done. The network is everything. The network is everything. The network creates wealth. The network creates opportunity. The network creates the future for you. And here's what I mean. The purpose of this company should be to grow the largest health and wellness network in the entire world. And I'm not just talking about distributors. I'm talking about a network of distributors and customers. Build the largest network, health and wellness in the world, with distributors and customers. And then use these programs to introduce what you have. There's an ambassador program that you can use to refer people, and I'm learning all these things, okay? You guys have a lot of stuff, just so you know. There's a lot of language that I'm still trying to figure out. There's a lot of different programs I'm still trying to figure out. You have more DMOs than any company I've ever seen in my life. I'm still trying to figure it all out, but this slide will just my basic understanding, okay? The ambassador program will show you how you can refer somebody to what you have. Social media, for most of you, it's non-existent. It literally doesn't exist. Which is shocking to me because 90% of other network marketing companies, it is their primary focus of how they're educating the world about their products and services. There is a way to do it compliantly. I'm going to introduce you to that in a moment. There is a way for you to be able to do it effectively. Okay? It can be added to what you do. I know that there are at least one country over here where you can't at all. I understand you got to deal with whatever your government rules and regulations, but if it's allowable, you should be leveraging it. And then person to person. Remember that? Do you remember making a list? Do you remember inviting those people on that list and presenting and following up and answering questions and overcoming objections? And enrolling those people, helping them get started effectively, promoting events. Remember that? Those basic fundamental skills? This company is more than just a food service company. It's more than just a six-pack company. Okay? The roots of this company go back to person. The foundation of this company comes back to person. Part of what I'm going to do is remind you of that and show you what is working the best right now, today, this moment. And I'm going to give some of those skills to you today. So you leave here with them, able to reach more people. But however you reach them, while we're growing this network, you've got your nutrition and weight loss. And this is just some of the things that I'm sure there's more. Whether you have a wellness evaluation, weight loss marathons, trial packs, home nutrition clubs, budget breakfast nutrition clubs, Zoom nutrition clubs, premium Zoom nutrition clubs, physical nutrition clubs, basic, the fancier 2.0 nutrition clubs. I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's probably 20 more of those things that I'm not aware of that are working. Fantastic, wonderful. More people need to know about it. You agree? Second is fitness. You got personal transformation, you got We Do transformation, you got fit camps, challenges. We should all get in better shape. One of the first things Stefan did with me when we were talking in December, I had this conversation with Dana White from the UFC. If you're a UFC fan, Dana White is the president of this organization, and he and I are friends. And I told him I had a big birthday coming up in March, and he got really in good shape. And I said, Dana, I'm gonna get in good shape by the time I get that big. He said, oh yeah? Well, let's put a bet on it. So you have to do it. I'm like, oh man. So then I literally got on a conversation with Stefan an hour later, and I told him about the bet with Dana. And Stefan said, oh yeah? Let me add to that bet. Because I want you to represent the brand. All right. All right. If any of you saw me a couple years ago, it looked like I was stung by 1,000 bees. I know I'm not in the best shape in the world right now, but I'm telling you, I'm in much better shape than I was 6 months ago, and it's only going to get better. I'm going to rep the brand. Okay? So, a challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. Third, I heard about these skin parties they had in Turkey and other areas of the world where they'd have a skin party and they had success with that. Wow, all right, that sounds cool. Different thing. And then fourth is just at-home use. At home. It can start here. You can start a customer at home. It can be added to any of these other things. Or it can end there. It can start, they can do a marathon and then become an at-home customer. They can do a transformation challenge and then become an at-home customer. Okay? But read this line very carefully. Every single one of these things should eventually lead to at-home use. Your goal. Every one of you in this auditorium, your goal with every single DMO that you have, your goal should be ultimately to end up with an at-home user on top of. If they walk into your nutrition club, they use a shake one time, that's great. Build community, build relationship. But eventually, you should be able to transition them to an at-home user as well. Some of you are innovating with that already. You got tea kits, you got little shake kits, you got little processes. I'm going to give you a few strategies today, but hear me when I say, if the end goal of every single thing that you do, as you introduce the world to the valuable products that you have, is for them ultimately to be an at-home user in addition, I want you to think about how much thicker the organization becomes, how much stronger the volume, more predictable the volume becomes. Every person walking through that nutrition club is a prospect to become an at-home user. You're going to have to become elegant and professional in helping to make that transition happen. Every person in a marathon trying to lose some weight should become an at-home customer to be able to either support their gains or to continue their gains. Every person going through a physical transformation, don't just have them for 21 days and say goodbye. They need to have a program after. Okay? So the mindset's got to be at-home customer is the ultimate goal. Build the biggest community in the world.